And an incredible story of survival. A sailor missing for 66 days has been found alive. Lewis Jordan spotted 200 miles off the coast of North Carolina. He was rescued by a container ship, and then the Coast Guard airlifted him to safety. Despite all this, he's in pretty good shape. Treated for a shoulder injury and some dehydration, and his father understandably relieved in an emotional phone call with his son.
How are you feeling?
I'm doing great now. You know, I couldn't fix it. I couldn't sail back with my boat. I'm so sorry. It's such a big loss.
Hey, Lewis, you're fine, son. I'm so glad that you're alive.
Wow. Laura Ingalls live in our New York City newsroom. How did this happen, Laura?
Hi, Bill. Well, he survived on rainwater and fish for those 66 days, but that, of course, was not the initial plan. It started off as an adventure back in January to simply sail and go fishing, according to his mom. After he wasn't heard from in a week, his worried family reported him missing. Jordan was living on his sailboat named Angel at a marina in Conway, South Carolina, before setting off on his voyage January 23rd. After the 37-year-old was reported missing, the Coast Guard sent out alerts to be on the lookout. And a search began February 8th after Jordan's financial records were checked to see if he had actually come ashore without being noticed. But after 10 days, that search was suspended. Yesterday, the crew of a German flag container ship found him floating on the overturned hull of his sailboat, as you mentioned, 200 miles off the coast of Cape Hatteras. After being rescued by the Coast Guard, he got on the phone with his very relieved dad.
We prayed, and we hoped that you were still alive. So that's all that matters. That's the only thing that matters.
Well,
Your mother.
I was just praying about you because I was afraid that you guys were crying and sad that I was dead, and I wasn't dead. I wanted you guys.
Yeah, well, we were. I thought I lost you.
Well, Jordan didn't file a float plan. That is the nautical equivalent to a flight plan, according to the Coast Guard, which could have helped searchers find him, Bill.
Well, how much sailing experience does he have, Laura?
Yeah, this is something that the Coast Guard will definitely be talking with Jordan about. Coast Guard reps tell Fox this morning that they did meet with Jordan at the hospital yesterday, where he was being treated for that injured shoulder and dehydration, and have asked some preliminary questions. But they say they're going to be more interested in finding out about what happened out there in the water. But we can tell you the manager of the marina where Jordan docked his boat has told reporters he had seen him go up and down the intercoastal waterway on his sailboat, but wasn't sure how much open water experience he had.
He's alive and he's back with his family, and that is an absolute miracle.
A good Easter weekend for them.
Yeah, right. 200 miles at sea.
Yes.
Laura, thank you. Here in our newsroom in New York City. Jamie.